On average, one food trailer is stolen per week. It's far too easy to back up a truck to an unattended trailer, hook it up, and just take off. Let's talk about off-hour security today on 10-Minute Food Truck Training.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Hi, my name is Bill Moore. I'm founder of foodtrucktraining.group, and today we're talking all about food truck security. A food truck can be stripped of its wrap in just a couple of minutes, and that leads to those infamous bill of sale only transactions we see on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Other times the equipment is just stripped out of a trailer and the trailer is then just vandalized beyond repair and abandoned. After you spent your life savings on a business to feed your family, the last thing you want to worry about is someone stealing your trailer right out of the commissary parking lot or even your own driveway. So here are my favorite security tactic. Add security cameras. Surveillance cameras deter certain thieves. Again, that's an obvious reason not to pick on your trailer. You want to have off-site recording. So those cameras need to be hooked up to the internet so that you can check in on your trailer anytime you want. Pull up your phone, click on the little app, and you can see what's going on around your trailer, both inside and out, wherever your cameras are pointed. If the cameras prevent one loss, whether it's internal theft from an employee or clearly the theft of your trailer, they are well worth the expense. You just want to budget very carefully. Make sure your commissary is secure. Most commissaries will have security with at least a locked gate and fencing around the parking area. Some of them will have armed guards. Those are the ones you really want to use. But you also want to check the crime statistics in that particular neighborhood, because if you'll notice, a lot of the commissaries are not exactly in the best neighborhoods. Check everything out before you decide on a particular commissary, and also see what their insurance will and won't cover. Invest in a generator cage. It's a small price to pay versus losing your generator to a thief. Your insurance may cover the theft, but you also have that deductible in there. The deductible is probably about the price of your generator cage. So just go ahead and buy one and lock it down. And lock it down in multiple ways. You want to limit key sharing. If you have multiple trucks and trailers or just a big staff that helps you with prep work, you may give them a key so that they can get in and start doing the prep work. You want to limit who has keys. And then every time you have an employee change, you're going to trade out all the lot. It's far too easy for a disgruntled employee that has a key to either themselves go rip you off or give the key to somebody else so they can have that plausible deniability and go rip you off. So limit key sharing and control those keys when people leave. Add a disabling alarm. That's an alarm that will not allow the engine to engage if you have a food truck. If you don't have a food truck and you have a trailer, then get the standard alarms that make a blaringly loud noise that can be heard for blocks. That noise will scare off a determined thief because they don't want attention drawn to them. And I'm not talking about a car alarm that goes off constantly that people ignore nowadays. I'm talking about the ones that almost sound like a police siren, the ones that are extremely loud and extremely annoying. That's the kind of alarm you want on your trailer. And if you can hook it to a motion sensor so that if somebody just opens the door, the thing's going to go off about a minute later, you're even in better shape. You can also go in for GPS trackers, both on the truck and the trailer. That way, if it does get stolen, you have at least a decent opportunity to find it and recover it before they can do any major damage to it. GPS trackers will also come with stickers that will notify people, this premises is under GPS tracking or whatever. You want those stickers to be in obvious places so that a would-be thief who's casing your trailer or your truck will see it and go, oh, this is probably not the best opportunity for me, without getting caught. You can go to any RV dealer and they can sell you a GPS tracking system, and they'll have a 3 to 5 year battery life. You can get wheel locks. It's not a high-tech solution, but wheel locks are an obvious deterrent for a would-be thief simply because they can see it and go, oh crap, I can't pull this thing off. You can also use motion sensor light, another low-tech deterrent. So when somebody walks around your trailer, the lights kick on and it startles them, and they're probably going to run off because that tells them there's probably, maybe, somebody inside the trailer I didn't notice before. But at least having that attention drawn by the lights kicking on, they know that somebody can see them and be a witness, so they need to go away. Anti-theft devices are a necessary evil, and I know that no one wants to buy them because they're expensive in some cases, but you need to do it. No one method is foolproof. A determined thief is going to find a way to defeat your security measures. So the best practice is to stack 2 or more of these on top of each other. An opportunist thief will look at your wheel locks and go, let's see if I can defeat these. Maybe I can do it in less than a minute. And they'll look at it as a challenge. But if they look around and see that there's security cameras watching what they're doing, and they see that GPS-enabled tracking system, then they're starting to think about, maybe I should re-examine what I'm doing with this trailer and go look for one that's a little bit easier to rip off. So stack those things one on top of another. Because I can promise you that anybody that's going to turn to a life of crime, they're looking for low-hanging fruit. They want the easy score. So make their life as hard as possible. And then also, with all these different security measures in place, you should talk to your insurance agent or your insurance company and say, hey, I have done this and this and this. How can you help to lower my premium? Because obviously I'm not going to have a claim, at least on the theft side of things. So it gives you a little bit of leverage to say, I'm doing my job to lower your exposure to paying me a big payout. So can you please help lower my premiums? If you'll notice, when you buy a car, there'll be all different kinds of little things that an insurance company will say, well, if you have anti-lock brakes and you have this and you have that and you have this, then we're going to give you a slightly lower premium. The same thing applies with your food truck. You just got to go talk to them. Got to ask. Point out that you're being responsible in helping to protect your business and also helping to protect their exposure to that big payout. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about what to do if you don't have enough money to get started. There are a few things you can do with very, very little money to get you started. We're going to create a snowball and get you more money and a little bit more money and a little bit more money so that you can eventually buy what you really want. And we can start with technically less than about $100 in most states. And I'll explain how you can do that tomorrow. Next week, you want to stick around because we're going to talk every day about marketing, bringing more sales into your business. We are early in June right now. Most schools have let out or are going to be letting their students out in the next few days, which means you should see an uptick in sales for most areas of the country. We want to maximize those sales and bring in even more people. We want to create more business, and that's what we're going to talk about next week is marketing every day, all 5 days. If you enjoyed this podcast, please consider supporting us. Just click that support button. Join our Facebook group, Food Truck Training. It's on Facebook. You'll not find a group that has more free help than our group. And we have a lot of people that are willing to help each other out. So check us out. Y'all have a great day. And remember, come back tomorrow for how you can start with just a little teeny tiny bit of money.